What is sacred travel? I'm going to share with you 3 key shifts that are necessary for us modern conscious women to start traveling with intention and to places that are actually creating an evolutionary step for us rather than just being an escape. So, if you are someone who is looking for a deeper meaning while you're traveling, who is ready to unlock the power energy spots that Earth holds for us, you are in the right place. My name is Maya Michalewska, and I am a certified transformational coach, embodiment living mentor, and certified somatic therapist. Maybe you can relate to this. One day you just wake up and feel that you need to get away somewhere. Probably you're going to open Google and scroll for recommendations for some great locations where you can just disconnect, literally escape your life. Many of us, including me, have been traveling this way for years. And just so you know, there is nothing wrong with you. It's just what we have learned and what we were encoded to do. Our life is pretty disembodied, right? We go through hectic, modern life where it's quite difficult to be in touch what is intentionally moving through us. And the way we travel is just the same. We pick a location, we check if the flights are or the traveling way moderate so we can get there the cheapest we can. We look for maybe a place that is trendy, or if you are like me and you care about environment, you look for something that is sustainable, maybe an eco resort or a natural place. But again, think that why we choose those places is mostly because we look for something different than our reality. And again, I want to stress that this is just something that we have learned to do, and there is another way which I want to share with you that I define as sacred traveling. Journeys that are here to transform you, and there are 3 shifts that are necessary for us to do in order to start traveling this way. And I'm very excited to share them with you today. I am right now in one of the energetic spots that I come year after year, that is Kraków in Poland. And I'm very excited to be here and do this transmission for you because the energy of this place is exactly the first shift that I want to share with you. It's necessary for us on this journey to move from escaping and mindless traveling that leaves us very tired to sacred way of moving through the world. And that is, rather than just starting and searching from the map of the world for any location that maybe comes because the algorithm on Google shows us, oh, this is the next trendy spot, where we are left to, let's say, the randomness, we begin to choose places that are energetic hotspots, that are places that have been used by humanity with reverence for being places of power. And here I just want to tell you, it's nothing woo-woo. It's all based on telluric currents and very specific locations where the geography of the place, the electromagnetic field of the earth, plus very often the constructions that were created with intention on that spots, create something that I can call sacred sites. And they are all over the world. Very often we think that we need to travel to the other end of the world to experience them. It is true, we can travel to Peru, to New Zealand, to the wild forests of Siberia to experience those energetic spots. But very often they are hidden right in the middle of your geographic location. In my case, it's Europe. And Kraków, Poland, is right in the center of European map and holds a very, very powerful, energetic, sacred site. So the first shift is basically, rather than looking for something that is a mainstream, trendy place like, whoa, I need to go to Bali because it's popular, or I need to travel to see a waterfall somewhere in the middle of Austrian mountains because it became popular. We are shifting from this approach to mindless traveling that is driven by, let's say, the popular social media trends, to something that is guided more by the way that travel becomes a pilgrimage, where we go to places that are already designed to be places of transformation. And that takes you from being a person that just wants to escape to become a person that consciously travels to transform and align with your deeper inner wisdom. And if you're watching this video, I know you are one of us. You are here to make your life an embodied and very conscious experience, and traveling is part of this journey. So the second key shift for us to start embarking on sacred journeys, energetic journeys, rather than just mindless traveling, is intention. Intention is everything. And that is something that systemic coaching and family constellation systems show perfectly. Very often, even though we think it's middle of July and it's time for my holidays, we choose subconsciously places that will give us this effect of I am far away from my everyday life to relax. I need to disconnect. And already in those words, if you hear disconnect, you're going to go farther from yourself rather than closer to yourself. And maybe you can think about your last getaway and escape where you really felt, oh, I need this to rest. But the day you returned home and you slept in your bed, the same mindset, the same thoughts haunted you on the day you wake up. And that is exactly what makes sacred traveling different: intention. And what intention is required when we travel already to places that are energetically charged, that are transformative in nature, and I would say unpredictable in that way? Our mind-body organism, is a living, energetic bubble. So taking us and going to a place that itself is a strong, energetic place that shifts energies, we are talking about something that is unpredictable. So what I recommend, and I have practiced now for years, is that whenever I choose to do a sacred journey to a place that has potent energies, I go with open mind and open heart. So my intention is truly to be open to receive. And I want you to really sense the difference between me saying, I'm going to relax. My intention is to disconnect. My intention is to completely transform. Because that all means that on the subconscious level, you intentionally crave simply to go farther from yourself, from your truth. And again, sacred traveling, going to spots that are energetically charged, is the opposite. We are going there to get closer to ourselves, to get on the next step on our evolutionary path. And for that, the intention is I'm going there with empty heart, empty mind to receive. This is a key shift if we really want to embark on ancient way of traveling, sacred way of traveling that has been defined as pilgrimage. The third shift to get closer to sacred traveling and move from mindless and maybe more mainstream way of choosing your next retreat is to understand that you are choosing to get closer to yourself. And what makes sacred travel different is that you are literally going there with the intention to come back closer to yourself. It's a little bit connected to the intention, but goes deeper in the sense that what you will receive from sacred travel when you apply the two previous points is that you are going to be closer to your truth, and hence you will feel better wherever you return home, wherever your home is. And that is something that is very easy to be recognized because you will feel better in your body, you will feel more empowered in your mind, and you will have a sense of clarity. What is your next step? And I really remember my first journey to Peru, where I experienced something extraordinary. The day after I landed back in Europe, after 2 weeks of beautiful spiritual awakening journey, when I went to my office, I knew today is the day I'm going to resign. And believe me or not, it was not coming from my mind. It was a clear message in my body. It was the inner calling that told me this is my next step. And that's what sacred traveling does for you. It actually unlocks your next evolutionary step of your soul's calling, of you stepping onto your mission without you needing to really overthink that. But for this shift to happen, you are required to be open for transformation and seek transformation. And what I deeply practice is to be initiated to those sacred spots because they're literally hidden in the plain sight. I have been living for many years in Poland. This is my home country. And I was lucky enough to be initiated to energetic spots early as a child through my witchy modern medicine mother. And she was mentioning to me some places of reverence. But as a child, you don't know it. You go there, you feel something maybe tingling in your hands, and you forget about it. But as a modern and conscious adult, I know that those places transform me because I gather evidence and the transformation in my everyday life. So please don't rely on me speaking about it, but rather embark on your next sacred travel, your next destination to energetic spot. And I'm super excited to be sharing with you that if all those shifts feel tangible enough for you and you are curious to explore them, I'm going to be guiding a sacred immersion onto Mallorca Island this November. And I am deeply called to gather a tribe of people who want to unlock their next evolutionary step. During those 7 days, we're going to be transforming from a place of overwhelm to a place of inner alignment. And Mallorca Island is yet another fantastic energetic spot in Europe that is literally hidden in the commercial way of spending holidays on the Spanish Riviera. When we think Mallorca, we think about those massive big hotels on the beaches and great paella on the seaside. But truly, this is an island of initiation. And it's connected to feminine energy. And very often as modern women, what we actually need is to be in place that can awaken us to our own feminine wisdom. And I am really, really excited to be guiding the group of people who is gathering for the upcoming retreat, summer retreat on Mallorca in November, because we are going to not only be traveling to those energetic spots, but I'm going to be leading initiation for you so you understand what those places hold for you and prepare you to enter to those places open in your heart, open in your mind, and literally encode those energies that are present in those places in your own energy of your body, your mind, and your heart. And if you desire to learn more about sacred sites, I'm leading a free masterclass, which is my first step initiating other travelers like you to sacred travel, where I will be talking more about the upcoming retreat, but I will be especially introducing you what means sacred travel and how to go from this everyday commercial way of traveling to something that probably you have been craving now for a long time. The way that is conscious, that is grounded, and that is making you transform each time you go somewhere. Then I invite you to this upcoming masterclass. It is designed especially for women that want to travel differently, that want to connect to their deeper inner wisdom and desire to come transformed and closer to themselves, closer to their bodies, closer to their embodied way of living and leadership. I will be talking about how to identify 3 amazing energy spots in Europe so you can already put them on your next travel wish map. I will also be talking about why Mallorca is such a powerful portal and that I choose to lead my first group to initiate into sacred traveling. And actually how to learn to travel into sacred places in more depth so you can be ready and really prepare yourself on embarking on such a journey. The masterclass happens on the 30th of July on Wednesday via Zoom at 5 p.m. Central European Time. The link is in the comments of this video. You're so welcome to join. And if you have any questions or want to share with me what is actually most exciting for you about discovering sacred traveling, share in the comments. I'm looking forward to initiating you even farther into the way of sacred traveling in the upcoming masterclass. And we see each other in the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay connected because this community is welcoming you to be part of our embodied way of living as modern women. Take care and see you next time.